Let's record a video about Pringles.
Barbecue Pringles are the best.
That's like sour cream and onion. What's cracking, everybody? Here's me, King ETL, and once again, Jester in her lovely home that I have a spare key to now. Well, I do. I just don't use it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I do. I sleep here sometimes and they don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, we're here for a special news segment that I'm calling Movie Rundown, where we talk about movies amongst other things that are cracking and popping in the theatric world, blah, 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 blah. Now, what we're having today for this very special movie rundown, we're talking about the one, the only, Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange himself. Yeah. We just seen his movie, and it was amazing. We saw his movie about maybe 2 weeks ago. When this video comes out, it should be 3 weeks ago. Pause 1 second. We were slightly interrupted with a brief thing, but if I remember correctly, we were talking about the Sorcerer Supreme himself, Doctor Strange. The movie that we seen 2 weeks ago, but when this recording is up, it should be about 3 weeks ago. The reason why we're not like the basic YouTubers who made the video as soon as they seen it, we wanted our fans to get a chance to see it for themselves, let it sit in, let them develop their own theories, which we could do in the span of a couple weeks, because we love all of you. Love. Now that we've had our time, and I've had my own theories, let me explain how I watched Doctor Strange.
This will be full of spoilers.
Flashbacks. Opening weekend. I went in there with a notebook provided by Jester and her sister.
Oh, wait.
And I was like, let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to sit here, I'm going to write every note about Doctor Strange. Stephen Strange. The doctor who had the hands of a god, whose hands were broken because of texting while driving. Learned your lesson. That was really
messed up.
No, that driving scene was really fucking crazy.
Like, he was going really fast and it was raining and everything.
It looked like something that would happen to Wile E. Coyote. Because it's like, I would understand if it was just like, okay, he crashed, his hands are messed up. But he crashed, lit down the mountain, went into an electrical thing, explosion. I was like, geez, your hands are only messed up? That's a gift from God. You should have a broken spine. But yeah, his hands was messed up. He tried everything he could. He pulled every string he could. He begged everyone he could do some experimental tests to fix my hands so I could be a doctor again. But everybody's like, bruh, your nerve endings are gone. You're like, what's his name from that movie? That movie with the nerd in the green suit. You're like Kick-Ass, except not cool. Your hands are jittery. So as a last resort, he found a patient who was completely crippled, who got the ability to walk again. So he came to him and he said, sir, what type of drugs you want? And they gave you the ability to walk. And he was like, no drugs. Prayer and mystic arts. So he said, okay, let me go to Kalamazoo. Not Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo. Kamatage. I thought he said Kathmandu.
Kathmandu? What is that?
That's a place. Kathmandu is a place.
Kamatage?
Okay, if Kathmandu is a place, I'm gonna put it right here. If it's not, I'm gonna put I'm stupid right here.
Kamatage.
Okay, he went to wherever with a K, and he met the bald lady Supreme Master.
The ancient one.
Ancient one. Why do I keep thinking Supreme Master?
I don't know.
He met the ancient one.
She's awesome.
Who gave him the realest drug tip ever. I want to have a drug tip like that. He went out of his body, see his hands turn into other hands, into smaller hands. Do you know how much you will be tripping if you see your hands turn into more hands and you're like,
coming up out of that was
like, oh goodness. He went on a trip and he was like, yo, you gotta teach me that, cause that's that's that good.
Alright, next thing you know, she tosses him out and it's just like,
and he's begging on the street, let me in. I don't have money to go home.
He stayed there for hours.
He didn't have money to go home.
He wasted everything.
If he actually, if the movie was different and she actually chose not to train him, he would have became a homeless person. Yeah, he would have became a homeless person in a country where he can't speak the native language. He would have died. He would have died. He would have made it. But because she was good, and the black guy whose name we can't remember that will probably flash on the screen here, he was like, you know, you gotta let him. He has devotion to be standing there that long. And she was like, yeah, you right, he do. So she brought him in and taught him the ancient ways. And for a while, it was hard for him to master. Because it'll be hard for me to master too if I figured I can just do this and create weapons and bend reality and become all awesome and whatnot.
Yeah, because he's all with the logical and everything.
Yeah, and she was like, you gotta stop thinking with your brain and think with your mind. Which he eventually learned how to do when he opened up his first portal and got himself safely out of the top of Mount Everest.
Right.
So, through a series of events, there was like, hey, there is a dark type of magic known to Dormammu that you shouldn't mess with.
Yep, we don't use
ever. But some dude was messing with and he's destroying stuff.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange got dragged into it. Now, Doctor Strange did not start off as the Sorcerer Supreme that you know in the comic books. He was legit almost black. Because he was like, hey, I came here to fix my hands. I don't want to protect nobody. Right. I don't want to save nobody. I don't want to fight nobody. Fix my hands.
And I'm out.
Yeah, and he found out the dude's been using magic to make his body work. The old crippled dude from the beginning. So he was like, wait, so I can just use magic to make my hands work? Basically, yes. Okay, I'm out. Well, he tried to get out, but destiny had another thing coming. Because he was dragged into this fight. And he had to fight. He had to have an outer body experience. He went through that whole... He had a badass Doctor Who moment when he was fighting Dormammu. And I was like, he actually could have been a good doctor.
And that's when he found his awesome cape.
Yeah. Oh, the cape was the best part of the movie because I was like, oh, that cape was cool.
Really funny.
The cape was like a dog kind of because he started to pop it up and start licking it. I was like, oh, good cape.
He dried his tears. That
cape was amazing. That cape was amazing. Also, important thing about this movie, most of everyone's theories were proven correct. The Eye of whatever, what's the eye called?
The Eye of something with an A.
Yeah, the Eye of whatever name right here has a freaking Infinity Stone.
Woo, Time Stone.
And his friend Wong knows that it's in there. Now, if you've seen our other video, you were correct. The Time Stone's in there. I did not want to believe that. I actually did, because my original theory, Doctor Strange had the Reality Stone. Because before we made our previous videos, I did not know that every stone, the colors were different from the comic books.
Yeah.
So I was expecting, since the trailer of Doctor Strange showed subway streets just breaking open and stuff flipping all around, I was like, okay, Reality Stone. But no, Time Stone. And do you know why the Time Stone? I have a feeling that Benedict Cumberbatch actually...
Cumberbatch.
Close enough.
Cumberbatch.
Okay, I'll put it like this. I have a feeling Sherlock Holmes went to an audition for Doctor Who and he didn't get the job. So he was like, you know what? I don't need to be Doctor Who. I'm gonna go be an American time wizard. And he just became that, which is really cool. And I love it. The movie was good.
Oh yeah, when he finds out that he can manipulate time, he recreates the page that Dormammu or whatever stole to do the dark magic and everything, and he brought it back and he found out that's how the Ancient One lived so long.
Yeah, and then the black dude got mad because the Ancient One was doing the no-no stuff,
right.
And he turned on everybody.
He turned to a douchebag.
And we seen the second ending scene where he became evil. Yeah, heads up to anyone that didn't know, sometimes Marvel do 2 ending credit scenes. This one had 2. You should have stayed through.
They're gonna start doing 5 in the future.
They do 3. No, if they like legit were at the end where the credits stop completely.
Like all the logos pass and everything.
No, when it actually stopped, like when every Marvel movie ends with this character will return. If there's something after that, I'm gonna be pissed. Because when I see this character will return, that's when I stand up and leave. But if they like, oh wait, you didn't leave yet, perfect. I'm like, what? Back on topic, there was 2. First one showed a possible Doctor Strange. It was not possible. Doctor Strange made like what, over 80 million probably. I don't know. I'll put the real number here, but Doctor Strange, money, sequel guaranteed. But the important one there was Thor.
Yep.
And what it seems like, Doctor Strange and Thor are teaming up to have an adventure in the new Thor movie. And this is the only reason why I want to watch the new Thor movie now. And I'm not the only one. I've listened to countless podcasts where they said they are now hyped for Thor because Doctor Strange is going to be in it.
I always love Thor.
You were the only one.
Dude, I don't have to be the only one.
You might now. Maybe people in the comments will also say we also like Thor. But a majority of people no, we didn't also like Thor.
Plus my Infinity Stone theory is in there,
maybe.
Hopefully it's right.
Yeah. This is actually we had a theory video that sadly is not going to go up because a lot of the theories in that video were proven correct with Doctor Strange. But her theory that what stone is left? The Mind?
Power Stone.
No, I think it's the Mind one.
Whichever one is the orange.
There's one left.
The orange one.
That's orange, and it's supposed to go, I believe, in the center of the gauntlet. Is the only one left, and a lot of people's theory says Heimdall, the dude who's supposed to be the gatekeeper that sees all in Thorland. People suspect that he has it on his chest plate. What was it, his head plate?
His chest plate.
Yeah. So they suspect he's there, and because I was wrong about Doctor Strange, she might be right about this, but I don't want to believe it because I don't like Thor.
I'll believe it. You know what? Okay. We don't have to diss Thor in this. We don't have to diss Thor.
Sorry. But anyway, now they said, lots of reporters have said, okay, guaranteed Hulk is going to be in Thor 2. That was a little bit of reason for me to watch. Well, not Thor 2, Thor 3. So I was like, this is a little bit of reason to watch Thor 3. Now that Doctor Strange is confirmed set in it, we're going to have Doctor Strange, Thor, and Hulk? Maybe, who else could they bring in? They could bring in Ant-Man if they wanted to for no reason.
Black Widow, we don't know where she went.
They could bring in anybody at this point. Literally, everyone is fair game. And this makes Thor 3 really interesting. So, we just talked about the entire movie, spoilers intact.
Oh wait, we forgot the
What? Yeah, we're about to do that now.
Oh, okay.
We're about to talk about theories. Now, I'm gonna be real. I had a straight fact theory for Doctor Strange. I went in the theater, had the notebook and everything. So let me explain my theory. In Captain America Civil War, they were in Falcon, Cap, and Black Widow were interrogating a guy on a rooftop. And the guy was talking about, I don't remember what he was talking about.
Winter Soldier.
What did I say? Civil War? I'm sorry, Winter Soldier. They were talking about thing, and when I originally saw what I heard was blah, 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 Stephen Strange. And I was like, Stephen Strange? This early? Huh, interesting. Let me write that down for future notices. So, when I went into the movie, I was expecting, okay, Doctor Strange takes place during Winter Soldier. Wrong. Right before Stephen Strange got into his car accident, he was on the phone texting and driving, which is bad. And he
was iPadding and driving.
Well, yeah, but he was on the phone first off, which is kind of bad when you're driving. He was on the phone. He was iPadding. It was Bluetooth, but police still say don't do that.
He was iPadding and driving.
Basically. And he was asking, he was talking to somebody, I don't remember who, they weren't important. He was like, I'm a world famous surgeon, find me another miracle case to do so I can make more money. And the first thing he said, there is a guy whose legs are broken because of a mishap in a robotic suit. Now, they didn't mention his real name, but who do we know who broke his legs because of a mishap in a robotic suit? Besides the guy from Five Nights at Freddy's.
War Machine.
War Machine. War Machine dunked up his legs. So I was thinking, I was like, oh, this blows my whole Winter Soldier thing out of the sky. But why would Marvel say Stephen Strange's name in an old movie if it has nothing to do with him now? Was this a mistake on Marvel? That was my whole thing. So it's clear that Doctor Strange takes place, I say, maybe an hour or two after the airport scene in Civil War. Because knowing how badly Rhodey was injured, there's no way he would wait like a while to go to surgery. Yeah. So this has to take place hours or so between. So okay, we have a Stephen Strange time point set. But what does that have to do with Winter Soldier? So I went back and rewatched Winter Soldier, really good movie. And I found something amazing. There was a Hydra prediction machine. Do you remember what I called that machine? Remember the name of it? Starts with Z.
Zola's algorithm.
The Zola's algorithm. And I was like, why did I skip that part of the movie and mentally? Because it didn't deal with nothing. Wrong. That dealt with a lot of Easter eggs. Now, the interrogation scene on the rooftop, the guy was talking about the Zoll algorithm thingy. Is the thing that's controlling the airships at the end that were blowing up random cities. And the way that works is that algorithm scanned a bunch of past events and is able to predict the future to who will become a threat to Hydra. And Captain America said, what do you mean? And he said the machine predicted you will be a threat. It predicted a news anchor will be a threat. It predicted that some kid graduating high school will be a future threat. Then it also predicted somebody named Stephen Strange. So I was like, Hydra has a machine that predicted all this would happen. So the Hydra machine knew Stephen Strange would become the Sorcerer Supreme and be a problem. And it just had me thinking, like, what else does Hydra know about? Did Hydra already know about Black Panther? Did Hydra know... Wait, did Hydra know Winter Soldier would be able to turn good again? Like, you have a machine that is accurately so far predicting everything. How far was this stretch? Will Hydra team up with Thanos in Infinity War? Because they know Thanos is the high chance of winning? This is where the theories took off. So, that theory is blown out of the air. So I'm sitting in the movie theater, continually watching Doctor Strange. And you have a part where the Master, the wise one, what's the name called? I keep forgetting it.
The Ancient One?
The Ancient One. Why did I say the wise one? I'm sorry, lady. So the Ancient One is about to die. She's standing on this rooftop and she says, every time I have a vision, I can predict all of the future, but my future stops right here. I don't know why. So, like, they're having this whole thing on top of a rooftop in a thunderstorm. And they like pan up to the sky. And I see a lot of lightning. And I'm looking and I'm like, that's an abnormal amount of lightning for a thunderstorm. So I wrote down in my notebook, possibility of Thor. And then, to my surprise, my theory was proven correct 30 minutes later with Thor being the first ending credits scene. And I'm like, so what could this possibly mean? Now, I have two theories going on right now. In that ending credits scene, Thor was talking, Doctor Strange was like, hey, I'm keeping track on everyone who has superpowers, basically. I'm the new SHIELD. Y'all come through me. And I've noticed you're in my dimension. What do you want? And Thor is talking about, hey, I found out my evil brother Loki, he's on Earth somehow. We're looking for my father. Yeah. So I'm going like, okay, then Doctor Strange's like, oh, I'll help you take care of that. It was like, yeah, and they went off bro style. Yeah. So it popped into my head, okay, first, they figured out Loki isn't really Odin.
You mean Odin isn't really Odin?
Odin isn't really Odin. You know what I mean, dang it.
I got you.
But they figured that out. Not only did they figure that out, something happened where Loki fled to Earth. And I'm trying to paste together my own theory off of this. Now, I'm not a huge Thor fan, but I'm a theories fan. So, my whole theory now, Thor 2 either takes place... Thor 3. Dang it. I keep erasing the second Thor movie out of my head.
Got you. That's why I'm here.
Thor 3 either takes place in the middle of Doctor Strange, or it takes place at that scene where the Ancient One dies. Now, I don't know what would happen. I don't know what's going on. But another thing that also confuses me, whenever people say that Hulk is going to be in Thor now, they talk about Planet Hulk's armor. And the Planet Hulk story is where Hulk is forced to go to a different planet by the Illuminati, and he becomes king there, and he's a brave warrior guy, a gladiator, blah, 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 blah. But they haven't had a Hulk movie to explain that. So why would Hulk be in Thor with his Planet Hulk armor? Unless Hulk... I know there was a thing where it's like, there's dimensional doorways everywhere. You saw him in Doctor Strange, how he could press a button, open the door, and throw somebody in the desert. So I was like, is there possible Asgard has dimensional holes too, and Hulk crossed over one and now he's in the Planet Hulk world? Or are they going to do a different dimension with Planet Hulk in it? There's so many possibilities, no answers whatsoever. I love it. I love Marvel.
Marvel loves doing this.
Marvel is amazing. I love Marvel so much. So, that was our very first movie rundown. Doctor Strange with the topic. A very amazing topic.
Oh wait, dislikes and likes.
Well, the only thing I really disliked about the movie, Doctor Strange, it's a little. He was extremely Tony Stark. Because I was like, Tony, chill. Because I had the whole joke in my mind. What if Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch were having an argument of who played the best Sherlock Holmes, and now they're gonna be having an argument who played the best jerk in a movie. Because I was like, oh, he's very Tony-esque. He has all the stereotypes of Tony, but that might tone down now. Because in the comic books, he is witty, he is wisecracking, and he has a type of humor to him. But there's more times, I believe, in the future where he'll be more serious. Because all of this was pre-Sorcerer Supreme. You can't suspect him to be the superpower wise man from the get-go. He has to be a kid like Spider-Man. What were your dislikes or likes?
My dislike was that the Ancient One died. It was messed up. And the black guy turned into a douchebag at the end. It's like,
the Ancient One has to die.
She was awesome.
But she had to die.
Like, Bald looked good on her.
She has to die.
Like, she was awesome. It was man, that was so cool.
Not everyone can pull off a bald head, but she could.
She did it right.
She could.
It was nice.
And her actress isn't really bald either. She did it real good.
Bald looked good on her.
That was a quality
nice.
bald
It really
cap.
was. It really was.
It was.
And those visual effects.
Amazing.
Awesome.
See it in 3D if you can.
Yeah, and sit close.
Yeah, sit real close.
Because if you're sitting far away, you won't get the full experience.
And if you have the possibility to do a slight drug, the slightest.
A
little.
No,
run into the movie theater.
This is when cops come after people. No.
We're not telling you to do the drug.
You just did.
No, I did. Okay, well, don't do the drug.
Don't do drugs.
But if you have the option, you didn't hear it from me to do it. But it would make the movie experience really terrifying.
Just stop.
Okay, that was the best. This is a quality video. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Tell me what you like in the comments. Tell me if you think I'm awesome, because I know I am. Tell her if you think she's awesome, because she might need a new job after a while. I don't know. I'm poor.
Oh yeah, we're broke, so
we need money. Alright, we'll crack everybody in the next video. Until then, stay weird or whatever. Doctor Strange.
I'm just trying to,
Why are you putting the to and from thing on the Pringles
blah,
can?
blah, 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 blah,
Why?
blah.
For what reason? Who are you gonna send an empty can of Pringles to?
People that need an empty can just to put stuff in.
Like what? Who
I don't
puts stuff?
know,
That's
okay?
rude. It's rude. It's
Here, I got
rude. Do
your
you know
present.
how disappointed I would
Your
be if I came and I was like, oh, a can of Pringles and there's nothing? I would be happier if they had like the thing where the snake springs out at you. I would enjoy that, but an empty can with just my name on it.